Good morning, Simmers, and welcome to another installment of Building Like a Boss. And today's installment, yes, you guessed it, it's on everybody's mind. Here it is up here. Money, money, and more money. And to be honest, there's only one way you can make money. You can't cheat unless you're a hacker. And yeah, I'm not a hacker. But you got basically, I'm just going to have a quick soiree. And here you go. I'm going to say good morning, everyone, because here in good old New Zealand, it is morning. And yeah, last night I loaded up my factories. Woken up this morning and my factories are all ready to go and they're pumping out resources. I also loaded up my here we go, my trade depot with stock, and look at that, it is all sold while I've been asleep. And that's basically how you make the money. Now you might see that I've got a couple of big numbers there. I've got 10, 10, 10, 12, and that's only because you have to you have to build up your ability to make big bucks, basically. And you've got it's following some simple little things here, like tap on those little gizmos there, and it's all about balance. I'm going to take you to my other regions so that you can see it's all about balance. So it's all about upgrading. It's figuring out getting more bang for your buck, really. And it's see, just like that, boosting up your population, growing your areas. And because you might have noticed there, and I've said this many times, I've got 4 regions running simultaneously, 4 of them running simultaneously. So it's all about juggling. And over here I've got my populations up beautifully. At the moment, Sunny Isles is sitting over 500,000. I'm happy with Sunny Isles. You can see this is one of the things that I try my best to keep stockpiling. And all these major resources. Now at the moment I'm running really low on these little things over here, so I need to stop making those big components and start building these little suckers because I'm running out of them. Where I possibly can, this is rare. Usually I do not build there. I only build the tropical drinks. Usually that's all I use. And if I come across things in the markets, I will go and buy them. Let's go and have a quick look at all my other regions to see where we're at. Yep, that's looking good. Again, I'm trying my best to balance out my stores. Oh, look at that. What's that? Oh, all I need is some plastics. Let's see if I've got any of those floating around over here. I don't think I have. That's okay. But I'll go and hunt some plastics down, and hope if I get it first pop in here, I will buy them. If not, I will wait. Never mind, I'll do that later. But it's just getting into some good routines and some good habits. At the moment, if you can see that I've got 4 factories running textiles, 4 factories running chemicals. Now those are my 2 main biggest commodities that I use to build these suckers here. And it's keeping these topped up as best as I can, so that I can just keep filling it up. And you need to fill them up. You need to keep these topped up, because this is where you get your top dollar from. This is where you get your top dollars from. 5 of those there, 10k, piece of cake. And I don't really use them anyway. Because you get your populations over a certain amount, you can actually, it's not fully reliant. I'll show you. So here we've got a couple of, the wheels there. I ran out of wheels. Again, I'm running out of wheels because I don't build wheels, I just build the motors. Let's go and have a look. So I keep those textiles and things running. Let's have a look in there. 3 of those suckers in there. And yep, I need to go back to my factory. Now I usually keep my paint works. Yep, here we go. Those paint works, they run continually. I just fill them up. The other one I do are those. I keep those running pretty much 24/7. And my watermelons, I pretty much keep them running 24/7, just so that I can build these high-end commodities that sell really, really fast, and I mean super fast. Again, I like to keep at least 10 in my storage, So let's go there. Okay, and it's keeping these things topped up, because that's okay, guys. That's the only way. That's the only way, and it's keeping a balance between growing your cities, growing your populations, getting the city storage up. I'm up at 530, and I just keep hoarding, because the more you can hoard, the more you can get. Now, what did I start off with money wise? What am I? I'm up at 227,000. I haven't emptied my trade depot yet, which is going to be pretty epic, because it's chock-a-block. Wait a minute, I'm just going to go and get, aha, 8,000 there, so that's 235,000. So let me think, I say from 10 o'clock till, what's the time? Oh, so this is actually 12 hours worth of sales, and I was at 235,000. Let's have a look. Bang, 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 boom, 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 boom. Yes. Good enough there. And now I'm sitting up at 309,000. I'll most probably reinvest at least half of that, because it, again, as I said, it's about marrying up everything, about getting a balance between population, productivity, tax rates, factory output. Yeah, so thank you for watching. These are just some little snippets that I'm going to be putting here and there online. I'm loving the challenge at the moment. Again, if you haven't heard, I desperately need, I desperately need 10 million to unlock that. See, look that down there, to unlock my final land over there with the Frosty Fords. I'm sitting at nearly 3 mil, so I'm over half. I'm over the 252,500,000 mark. I'm quite happy where we're all going at the moment. I'm quite satisfied with what's going to happen. Again, I'm going to eyeball tons of melons. Well, tons and tons of those melons, because you need the melons to make these babies here. Here they are. Okay, so I need to get some sugar, and I need to get some coconuts. When they pop up, they pop up. I might grab some donuts, because I think, just from memory, I can remember that one of my houses needed something like that. I'm just going to check, because if you're not too sure, well, you can always put it back on the market. So it's trying to keep it's again keeping that balance there. Keep building. If you've got any queries or questions, I'm very happy to give you some answers if I can. Yeah, let's have a look. Okay, need some of those wheels. Oh, look at that. Oh, and can I replace it? Yes, I can. Okay, oh, that's another thing. Things I buy a lot of. If I can, I try and buy heaps of those drills. I try my best to buy the drills, because otherwise, when you go back to the factory, I use my main output for this area here are mainly those tape measures and spades, because I need a ton of spades, you guessed it, to make a heap of these. There we go. I need a ton of spades to make a heap of those. Oh no. So it's keeping those topped up, getting that in there, finding the balance between. And again, this is just a one night build. This is just what I sort of loaded just before going to bed. Yeah, so just be wary of your time. Be wary of your time, and keep building. You shouldn't do this, but sometimes even at work, I sort of have a little bit of a break and I go and top up mode, because you just got to figure out the time. So those things there, they take 3 hours, and you're supposed to have a break every 2.5 hours. So yeah, trying to figure that out. And those chems down there, the chems, they take exactly 2 hours. So you can put a heap of those. I try not to put the beer product on the market, because that just wastes time. That just wastes of time. Yeah, you'd be better off even converting it a little bit, but again, use time to advantage. And yeah, so I do a lot of paints. I do a lot of what these things are called. They are called home textiles. Oh, look at that. And these things here, I just chug along. If I get any freebie ones that pop up on the open market, so you can grab them. I hardly use watches. These products here, the watches and the fridges, yeah, I just let them roll. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to put some of those on, and I sell everything in groups of, sort of in groups of 2, so 3 fridges are in groups of 2. It's okay to chuck 5 of those on there. 5 watches is pretty reasonable, and it's a good deal for bargain hunters to actually grab. I wonder if I can put any more top end commodities on there. Let's have a little bit of a check. Okay. I like to keep those at 10s, and at the moment they're 13s, and I have got 300,000k. So yeah, that's my little installment for this round of Building Like a Boss series. Again, if you've got any questions, please ask. If you've got any friends who, if you've got any things that, any videos you want me to make, just leave a comment or something, and I'll try my best to, when I get around to it, to actually make them. Oh, let's put those up. Before I go, I'll show you what I do with the bulkers. I'm trying to increase the capacity here. It's going to take forever. Problem with those megas is they... I need those, because that's going to increase. Yes, it's going to increase there. Yeah. So keep building, keep being awesome, and look forward to hearing from you.